Here's Ray in Maryland. What's up, Ray?
Eddie Trunk, you are the Nostradamus of rock.
I don't know about that, but thanks, Ray.
Well, I explained why a while back when I called, so this one's totally self-serving. You said wait till Joel comes back and try it again, and you tried to get me in on a commercial sweeper, so this one's totally self-serving.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. You had a caller call in, I think, earlier this week that wanted to do the 3 best consecutive albums by any band, and I thought that would be a fun one, and I even started noodling around with it, and I did come up with my 3, so maybe down the road you could do that. But the reason I'm calling is I heard a few callers call in and seemed very disappointed that Judas Priest was replacing Ozzy on this Power Trip thing. Now, I'm not going, and I saw some negative stuff online, too, with different sites, and I think it's a great fit. Priest isn't the draw that they were, 30 years ago, and I understand that, but they're still doing new music. Last I checked, they're still doing it all live. Rob can still sing pretty well. Can't do what he did 30 years ago, but still sounds pretty good. And I'd rather see Priest any day than what I'm pretty sure Ozzy would have been. I don't think Ozzy would have sung live, and I think it's a great fit, and I think it works.
Well, I agree with you on the Ozzy thing. You jokingly...
There is no holy shit factor. I get that.
Yeah. You joke with the calling me Nostradamus, but that is the one thing that I predicted from day one, and it turned out to be true. But I don't think you needed to be a genius to know that there was no way Ozzy was going to be able to do this. So, thanks, Ray. So, I mean, anybody with a brain could have saw that coming down the pike. And again, if I do get a chance to talk to the promoter, I'd be curious to know if he had, when he booked Ozzy, if he had this in his mind all the while. Like had a couple contingencies in place, because I just don't think anybody, given the recent history, could have booked Ozzy in full confidence that it was going to actually happen. And we do know, again, this show did establish exclusively that it was Tony Iommi on this show confirmed, yes, Sabbath was approached. So we know that was the first attempt before it became this Ozzy solo thing. So I'd be curious to see the thinking there from the promoter's end when Sabbath is saying no because our singer can't do it, and then the singer and his camp says, no, I want to do it now as a solo artist, and they're not going to do it. You've got to, at that point, really know, hey, this is probably, there's a 50% chance or better that this doesn't come off. I better have a backup plan. Now, whether all along that backup plan was Priest or not, we don't know, unless we get a chance to finally talk to the promoter of this thing, which we almost did on this show. As far as Priest being on there, again, I see both sides of it. I agree with what Ray said in the sense that they look right on that ad mat. They fit the tone of the thing, all of that. The detractors, I believe, where they're coming from is the fact that Priest is down to 2 original members. There is, Ozzy was, as I've been calling it, one of the 2 holy shit factors on this whole lineup, meaning bands you don't see all the time and massive curiosity about. The other, of course, being AC/DC. And now that's out, replaced by a band that is, active and constantly touring and doing things just like all the other bands on the lineup, with the exception of AC/DC. So I think the people who are unhappy about Priest, it's not so much because of Priest, it's because they were looking for something that was at a different level or something that people hadn't seen for a while, like Ozzy. Somebody pulled out of retirement, somebody that's not actively touring every year playing shows.